Everyone, well we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and the MLM we'll be talking about today is going to be Young Living. Just as a quick reminder, Young Living sells essential oils, and the video we're going to be watching and reacting to today is going to be how to start your Young Living business and strategies for success. So, very quick intro, let's get started.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We have a really special video for you today. This is a video for business builders, current business builders, and potential business builders. So if you've ever wondered how Young Living works and how you can create your own business using Young Living, just keep watching.
First, let's just get into the basics of what Young Living is. So Young Living is the first essential oil company to come to North America. They've been around for 25 years now. They were started by a man named Gary Young, who sadly passed away this year. And he was such an incredible man for what he did. He studied essential oils with the best aromatherapists in France.
The reason why I made that face is because one of my Reddit videos, I'm pretty sure that I made, there was something about the owner of Young Living and his kid, and I looked more into it.
And learned the best distillation techniques in Egypt, where basically essential oils were developed and where they were perfected. But they're not just an essential oil company, they're a wellness company. It makes transitioning households and toxic products super easy. They do oils, supplements, personal care products. They have a whole beautiful makeup line. There's Savvy Minerals.
I think they also have like a pet care line now. I'm pretty sure on the website I also saw like pet shampoo, and I think it was either dog or cat treats or both, which I thought was really weird and like just a strange thing. Like, you don't typically put essential oils and cat treats under the same umbrella in a company, usually.
They have a seedlings baby line, which is amazing, and then their Ningxia powerhouse super everything drink. It's your one-stop shop. It's easy transition, and it really just makes transfer buying in the home super easy, which makes it really easy for you to introduce it to people because you end up falling in love with all these products. You end up sharing them naturally.
Yeah, most of them are products you need or use already anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And I bet you end up getting surprise paychecks, which is how a lot of people fall into this business, because they're like, I just told my aunt Sharon about this, and then I got a paycheck.
Oh, there's a dog.
So people start looking into the business side more that way.
The business model that Young Living has chosen is network marketing or relationship marketing, multi-level marketing, whatever you want to call it. The business model is put in place for several different reasons. So before you stop this video, let's just explain network marketing a little bit. I know that I had a very skewed view of what I thought network marketing was about, and that was because I would get people kind of like poaching me. People were sliding my DMs and just not doing the business in a very, they're not doing the business in a very good.
Oh, she's talking about just the typical like copy and paste, hey, join my MLM, buy from me people who clearly are not like really reading what they're saying. They're just sending it out and hoping for the best.
They were doing themselves a disservice by being spammy and salesy and pitchy, and then you couldn't get rid of them. So I immediately had like a no network marketing guard up.
That's a good thing to have.
Until I started doing my own research and learning how amazing and how much sense this model makes in terms of it benefiting the people that work for the company, but also for the company itself. So Young Living is not a pyramid scheme. It's not in any way an illegal business. A pyramid scheme, as you were mentioning, is basically a company that's created without product to support it.
And really the only difference between an MLM and a pyramid scheme is there is a product. That really is the only difference. That is how they get around this. And I just think it's funny that when you're talking about your company, the first thing you have to do is defend it and say, it's not a scam, it's not illegal, guys. Like, I don't know. I find that so fascinating that, you know, I mean, of course they're told that. They're told to believe in the company and believe in the products and believe in everything that they're told. You know, this can't be a scam because we have products, which again is how they're able, there's so many MLMs out there because that's how they get around this. But it still doesn't mean that it's not a scam in a lot of people's minds.
So a legal network marketing company follows very strict laws, and they basically have to prove that they're sustainable, that their products are within a competitive price range. There's all these parameters that they have to.
We've talked about this in many of my videos. MLMs, the prices that they charge on their stuff is insane. And every time. The prices that they charge are usually like 10 times what you would find at like Target or Walmart, and maybe the quality's slightly better, but a lot of people who have tried certain things are like, yeah, the quality's honestly not much better, and I feel like I'm paying so much more. And then to get, what would it be, the wholesale discount, you know, you should sign up and be a distributor or whatever word they want to use inserted here, so that they can get a better deal. They have to sign up as a rep or whatever. So, you know, when it comes to like, oh, you can get a better deal, but you have to sign up with the company to do it. I don't know.
Follow in order to be a legal business. And because Young Living's been around for over 25 years, the proof is in the pudding. It's sustainable, it's ethical, it's legal, it's good.
Okay, just because a business has been around for X amount of years does not automatically make it an ethical, legal business. There are plenty of companies who are huge that we know about that do some pretty unethical things that have been found out. You know, just because they've been around for 40 years, 50 years, 100 years doesn't mean that what they're doing behind the scenes is ethical or legal, really. They get around this stuff, and, you know, you see so many, you know, MLMs that have been sued for a lot of reasons because the products, you know, maybe aren't that great or have done something, or, you know, the business model has been deemed a pyramid scheme, something like that.
It's really just a different way of a company structuring their marketing dollars.
Yeah. So why this model? This model was chosen because these products require education. They're not the type of products that are just meant to be placed on a store shelf. When Gary Young created this business, he had more of a vision, and that vision was to educate people, empower people to live a healthier, more holistic life. And to do that, you really need to understand the products, know how to use them properly, safely, effectively. And by doing the network marketing model, you're basically allowing for a workshop and a classroom setting in order to give people the education on the products. So if you think about buying a product in a store, let's say you were going to your local health food store to buy a bottle of eucalyptus essential oil. You would basically go in there, you would talk to a retail staff, maybe or not, and then you'd go home and you'd use that product, and you wouldn't have any other support beyond that purchase and that interaction in store. So with network marketing, you're able to get ongoing support and education, which I think is fantastic because oftentimes there's so many different ways to use the products that you already have. So many oils have many different purposes.
Yeah.
So I think that this is such a great thing because now you've got a community and a group of people that can help show you this.
So she keeps saying the word education. When you join an MLM, and I'm pretty sure, you know, Young Living to be exact, it's not like they have to take a class. It's not like they have to literally educate themselves and then take a test on what they've learned, you know, what oil does what oil is good for this. I think that would be way better is if they had to take a test and they had to actually pass the test before, you know, actually being a part of this business. Again, it's you pay the startup cost, and that's it. You're a professional. That's really it. If they decide to not really want to learn too much, they use Dr. Google. That's their education. Most businesses will give you orientations, and you will have to take, mini quizzes and tests on different things that you learned in different categories of your work environment, of course, depending on the job. But I think stuff like that is good because it makes you actually have to learn the job that you are about to do. I think that would be really beneficial for all these MLMs, is if you had to take a test on this stuff, and at least you'd somewhat be more educated than going on Google or being a part of a Facebook group, which apparently maybe that's also education. It's like you ask a question, you ask someone, hey, does eucalyptus oil, is that okay to take a bath in? Something like that. You could literally put that out there on the Facebook group, and maybe 7 people would tell you, no, don't do that. But then one person would tell you, I don't know, I've done it and everything's fine. And then you're like, well, I'll trust that one person because they did it. And it's that's as far as the education goes. Again, it's you buy the kit, you're a professional.
On getting education on the products, you are getting a support system, you're getting a community. It goes beyond just having consumers. It's all about having a whole wellness community that can help you, guide you, support you, answer questions, show you cool things, share recipes. It's just
recipes. Is that the last time when I went on their website and I was looking at the black pepper oil, and I was like, why would you spend $20 on black pepper oil when you can go to the store and buy a little thing of salt and pepper for $1? But okay, all right, recipes, which apparently is also education. One person put it in their food, and therefore they're a pro.
Way beyond a purchase.
Yeah, and because these products are really personal, because a lot of them are health inspired, and a lot of people's health journey starts here. So you need that personal connection and support.
Absolutely.
Health journey starts with oils? I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
This business model was chosen is because you don't have to spend as much money on marketing and advertising when you have people doing the groundwork for you.
I like how she says you don't, as in clearly let's say I'm watching this as a potential Young Living rep. She's saying, the people are already putting the word out there. Yeah, that's why the business model for these MLMs, for Beachbody, Young Living, Avon, all of them, the coaches, the reps, the stylists, they're all doing free advertising essentially for these businesses. You buy into the product and then you're go out there and sell it. And it's, they never have to spend on advertising. Beachbody does a little bit. I have seen Beachbody do it, but most of them, there's no need. The rep is, they're the product of the product. So to say, you don't have to, people already know about this, it's free advertising. It's no, you're the free advertising. You are the free advertising. You don't have to pay for advertising because you are a walking, talking ad of the MLM.
When I go and talk to my girlfriend about some lavender that I'm loving and that helped me sleep last night, that's how I'm educating her. We don't need expensive ads.
That's how you're educating her? Again, it's what works for one person may not work for another person. And I'm sure they know that. And I think that to say lavender oil, makes you sleep better, that's great. But then to tell somebody else to consume an oil, that's a totally different thing.
Campaigns, the people are doing the marketing for the company. So instead of putting those marketing dollars towards advertising and expensive ads and commercials, it's going back into the hands of the members, which is awesome. So by structuring the business,
yes, to the people at the top, but not necessarily the ones at the bottom, because they have to keep, they have to purchase the kit, plus they have to buy, keep up with certain oils to be able to show on social media that they love this oil, and this oil is great for this, and this oil is great for this. So although maybe you may make some money somewhere, somewhere at one point, some dollars may hit your account, but you're just putting that money back into Young Living. So I don't know.
This way, you're creating more of a movement instead of just creating products and just creating consumers. It really is about health, wellness, and support and empowerment.
How you make money. This is important.
The majority of us are selling things on the daily without even knowing it. Through your social media posts or even just talking to friends, recommending movies or whatnot, you're selling them on all day long on things that you like or you find useful or helpful.
Okay, so in my last video, I realized that there was a whole post that basically talked about this, and I never really touched on, I don't think I touched on it at all, because I think it was the one where she said, like, we put people and products before money or something like that, or people and products first. I just couldn't get over that, and I started laughing, and that just took up, that took up my whole brain power. But it's this whole thing of, like, we're always recommending stuff to people, we're always doing this, we're always doing that. I think the majority of people are not out there every day of every second talking about what movies they like and what clothes they love and what drinks they're drinking and what food they're eating, what restaurant they're going to. Maybe some people are, but just because you post a picture at, like, Olive Garden and you say, had a great, dinner date with my boyfriend, does not mean that you are giving free advertisement to Olive Garden. Like, one of your friends is not going to be like, wow, she had a great day at Olive Garden, I'm going to go there and spend $3,000 at Olive Garden. It just isn't, naturally we're going to say where we are, but it doesn't mean that we're selling that brand, essentially, or, like, just because we watched a really good movie, we want to, let somebody else be like, hey, if you're into things that I like, I think you would really enjoy this. We're not always looking for compensation because we recommend something. That's how they are. They're like, you're always recommending something, so might as well get paid for it. And that logic to me is it's just silly.
And that's kind of how the Young Living business model works, is we're never actually selling anything. We're always just sharing what works for us. We do not carry stock, and that's, I think, what makes us super unique in that.
What is this then? What is that? Because, I mean, is it just decoration? Is it one of their, like, personal just collections? Because I guarantee if some, like, friend walked in and was like, hey, can I see what oils you have? She'd be like, yeah. And then the friend's like, hey, can I buy one of them? I don't think she'd say no.
We're here to share knowledge and empower people to make their own decisions. So you can do this in a way that's unique to you. For example, some things that have worked for us is social media posts or teaching online classes. We've done classes in health food stores, yoga classes. We even did a 101 class at a vineyard. Really, whatever.
A yoga class. Could you imagine? You take a yoga class with them. It's super relaxing. You have a great time. It's all good. You're about to leave. And she goes, by the way, guys, I had eucalyptus in my oil diffuser, and that's what was creating this calming environment. If any of you are interested, I work for Young Living. I have some up here if you guys want to try it out. And then I'd be like, well, all of that calmness that I had from yoga, no, out the window, gone. Thank you for ruining my yoga experience with your MLM.
You have access to.
And just one-on-ones.
And I've done that as well, and it's worked out really well for me as well. So,
where'd the other girl go? I guess I didn't realize that they'd cut this girl out before, and now the other girl is cut out, unless they just want to, like, pan the camera to whoever is talking, so, like, the focus is on that one? Could be.
Don't be afraid of trying new things, and then don't be afraid of doing the same old thing. Whatever works for you.
Plus, there's a lot of different ideas of classes.
There's so many different ideas, and we do have a great video on that. And the great thing about this job is that you can do it all from your phone. Our diamond leader just got a laptop this year. She had been working her business for 4 years just from her phone. Yeah. Her fingers are sore, but she's a diamond now, so yeah. It's worth it. She can buy new fingers.
And with her kids in tow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we've got 2 kids here right now, and we're doing this with them around.
We're literally taking turns babysitting. Lee's turn is now. Oh, that's why one of them is always missing. Okay, you know what? That's actually kind of sweet that they're willing to do that, and they're talking. Well, of course, I'd rather them be in their own business together than in an MLM. But they seem to be good friends, and they're taking turns, like, taking care of the kids. That's actually really sweet.
So
Yeah, it's amazing.
it's great.
How to start your Young Living business.
So I find the best way to get started, first of all, get yourself a premium starter kit if you do not have one already. And that is the best way for anybody to get started. It's also where you're going to make the most money up front is by getting people to get started with the premium starter kit. It's the thing that's most heavily discounted at 50%.
Premium starter kit, $199 in Canada, $160 in the US. That's just a lot of money up front for a kit with a few oils in it that I don't know if you necessarily like are selling those oils, or if you're like, you need to try them out yourself and that's like a good discount. Again, you're just like a discount rep at that point, or whatever they call it. I get them all mixed up. I don't know what they're called in this. I think they're also, well, she said diamond. See, it's like they're all called similar things. Like, I know they have diamond in Beachbody and diamond in Arbonne, and they're all special ranges of whatever they want to call themselves. But, I mean, essentially, they all just work for whatever MLM they're in.
And it contains 11 of the most popular essential oils. Now, the kit is comprised.
It has 11 essential oils in it. So if I can math, which I can't this quickly, here I'll show where we could do this. So 160 divided by 11. So you're paying $14.50 per essential oil in the kit. And what is like a typical, let's go back to the website. And what is a typical, I don't know, oil? Okay, so I'd say like a typical, like, we'll take the eucalyptus one. I think this eucalyptus blue is probably about what she was talking about. So at wholesale, it's $16. So I guess you're saving, I could be wrong, I don't know if this is the one, but you're saving $1.50 per bottle of oils when you buy a premium starter kit. I mean, I guess they're giving you a discount somewhere. I don't know if that's really worth it. And then all the joys of being a part of an MLM. So I don't know about that.
Of these oils very strategically. A lot of the times if people just buy an oil or two to begin with, I don't feel like they'll be empowered enough to make enough switches at first to keep ordering. Just statistically Statistically, people aren't empowered enough when they just order an oil here and oil there. When people start with...
No, they apparently need to have 11, and then they are empowered, and then they're a part of the community.
Premium starter kit, they're more likely...
She doesn't... They say empower a lot. So is empower the word for Young Living, like how fun is the word for Color Street?
To keep making the healthy swaps, they're more likely to address an array of issues and probably be blown away like all of us were.
Yeah.
And that's why it's comprised of the oils it is. You also get $50 US funds every time you introduce someone to Young Living with the premium starter kit. And then it's also a residual income as they continue ordering monthly on Essential Rewards. Essential Rewards...
Yeah, so you're dependent on others, which I guess is also your own business and also sales. But just, you guys get it. An MLM is just different.
Really easy to share with people if you're not weird about it, because it's not a weird thing. It's just a reward program for products that you're going to buy every month anyways. And
I think the key to bringing it up is being excited about it, because it is exciting. Like the
you
stuff
get so many free things.
It's incredible.
Right. I find people tend to get weird because they feel like they're selling people on it, but don't.
Well, it's a sales job. It's your job. It's that's what you're supposed to be doing, is selling the product, because you're in sales. So if you're weird about selling a product, you're definitely in the wrong business.
The weirder you get, the weirder people are going to feel. And it's not a weird thing.
No.
Most people order on Essential Rewards. I order on Essential Rewards, and if someone didn't tell me about Essential Rewards and all the free things I could get, I would be so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, that's what sold me, was all the free stuff.
Yeah, it did.
I heard a light bulb went off and I was like, wait, what? Free stuff?
Because I don't get free stuff for,
Costco.
my memberships and other
Well,
stores.
it's clearly like one of those, like when you buy at Sephora and you accumulate a certain amount of points, they'll give you like a trial size version of whatever they have at the moment. So again, it's not really free because you have to like buy X amount in order to receive like a small trial size. I don't know if there's a small trial size, if they give a big one, if they send like 17 oils when you buy 5. That would be cool. I doubt that's it. It's probably just a small little sample size of things. But again, people do get excited when they're given something that in their mind they didn't pay for, but really it's already been paid for because you've spent a ton of money and just accumulated points.
So this is also why we structure most of our classes around the premium starter kit, because it is the best way to introduce people. And then if there's any classes that aren't structured around the premium starter kit, we suggest to do those for existing members just as a bonus for them, follow-up education, and then just really love on your members that way. So another reason why I'm really comfortable sharing Young Living is because there's no cancellation fee, there's no fee to get started, there's no membership cost. You're basically just ordering their product at a wholesale rate, and you get rewarded based on that if you order monthly. If you're smart about the way you order and you're on a budget, because when I started this business, I was on a really tight budget. I was on maternity leave, and I was coupon clipping, and I made it work.
I don't like when people do this and they're like, I was struggling, we were trying to save money, we were on a budget, and I made this business work. I made it to where I could, afford X amount of whatever it may be. And it's a dangerous mindset to put in certain people because they're like, wow, I really can't afford this right now. But if they were able to do it, then maybe I can do it too. And I think anyone who is not financially stable should ever invest in an MLM because they make it seem like it's so, not all of them make it seem like it's so easy to earn money, but they talk about money a lot, and they talk about how successful they are, and they talk about, all the things that they have, and it's like, to people, they're like, if I just, reach out to 30 people a day, I'll be a millionaire by the end of the year, and that's just not a realistic thing to happen to them, and then they get down on themselves, and then they're like, wow, I have absolutely no money now. I have less money than what I started this business with. And it's like, you should never start a business, especially an MLM, when you are not financially stable. Get yourself in an okay spot where you're like, all right, I'm okay. I think I can do this now before ever even thinking about starting any sort of business.
Just smart about what I was ordering each month. Basically, starting this business, your goal is to host classes and educate people and empower them. And then to also...
No, your goal is to sell and get people underneath you.
Follow up a little bit with people just to see how they're enjoying their oils. As I said before, a lot of people get surprise paychecks. So when your friend gets a surprise paycheck just because they shared a little bit with their family and then they want to know more about the business, they see the income disclosure statement, then they want to run with it because they see the freedom that they...
No. I can't see a normal individual seeing the income disclosure statement, especially when so many people have made videos or comments about it and been like, look at the 99%. That's what most people are making. Look, it's less than 1% of the company in almost every single MLM that are making a livable income. I just couldn't imagine being like, oh, cool, I want to see, what people are making in the company. And then I look and I'd be like, 99% of people are making maybe $500. And also when I Googled this MLM, the first thing that pops up is this a pyramid scheme? I don't know, red flags to me.
Have and the possibilities with this company. If you're having trouble sharing, or if you're having
if you want to try something and you're scared to try it, you can always ask or even search, and chances are somebody's tried that before and they can give you feedback on how it went for them.
Yeah,
it's just a great group of women empowering women.
See, the education is mainly in the Facebook groups, which that's not how you get educated. That's not real education. Just because, like I said, somebody says something in a Facebook group and 5 people agree with them, that doesn't make it fact. Ooh, fun.
So I'll leave a link to the compensation plan down below in the description box. You can check it out. I'm also going to leave a 1-page printout of the earnings per rank, and I'll explain the ranks in just 1 second, but you'll be able to see the average monthly income, it is in US dollars, of each rank. So there are 9 ranks in the company. You start off first as a distributor, then you start off as a star, a senior star, an executive, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, crown diamond, and royal crown diamond is the top of the company. As you go up in rank, your team starts growing and you start earning more money. As you go up in...
I'm curious what ranks each of these women are in. I don't know if they said. They may have said. I'm just curious.
Rank, you begin unlocking commissions deeper into your downline. You basically unlock commissions of more people that are purchasing below you, and you start earning shares in the company. In order to get a monthly commissions check, all you have to do is place a 100 PV order per month. We work on a point system because we are a global company. So for those of you who are Canadian and watching, that's equivalent to about 150 Canadian dollars per month that you're spending on product that you would already need to buy anyway. So it's really easy. So that's basically the...
You just spend $100, $150 a month. Just super easy. Like, that's a lot of... Like, this was recorded a few years ago, but I still think that this is very accurate today, and just crazy that MLMs have just flocked with this whole pandemic thing, and I don't want to say pandemic thing, with the pandemic. That was rude. And it's like, how many people are struggling? We see it everywhere. It's on the news. It's, you have friends and family who are probably struggling and they don't have any money. And these people are like, just spend your last $100 at Young Living and your dreams will come true. And that's just, it's not accurate. It's not true. They have to spend so much money. They have to put so much money into this business just to see some sort of small compensation. And I think they're so blinded by, oh, I got a paycheck, I got $50, but it's like, yeah, you got $50, but how much have you spent this month on your MLM? Like, aren't you're in the red. Like, you're still in the red. Like, just because you received money does not mean that you're profiting from this business.
Compensation plan. You can find all of this as well in your virtual office.
What we do for you to succeed.
For you as a business builder, we're going to be here to support.
Wait, did she talk about the compensation plan, or did she just say, hey, it's linked below, because she's aware that when they put it on the screen and they say it out loud, it doesn't really sound that good.
Like you need your premium starter kit, and that's about it. And chances are you're buying it for yourself anyway, not just for the business. So I don't think there is an investment. Pretty much set up for success when it comes to this business and our team. That being said, there's 3 of us that run this team, and we're here to help you along the way. So you can contact any one of us, and we'll be happy to help you with anything.
Who is this biz suitable for? How much you bet? The answer that they're going to give is everyone.
Literally anybody can do this business. If you're shy, if you're outgoing, it doesn't matter.
That's so not true. You have to have some sort of sales experience. Like, you just have to. This is something I could never do. And I know we've talked about it in my comments. I've seen you guys you're like, I could never do this, even if I wanted to. I don't think I could do it. A lot of people don't have that sales mentality. They don't want to do sales. Reaching out to strangers is not really the most comfortable thing, and that's all this business is, so no thank you.
Diamond leaders who say they are the shyest people, can't even talk in front of people or a crowd.
I first started, I was like, I can't do this. I don't sell. But you learn along the way, and you learn strategies and things that work.
I think a lot of people may also just put it out of their mind because they're told to do this and just like, do the copy paste method, send it, or, edit it certain ways, and they can learn. That's why there's so many people that try and make this work, but it's just not for them. Even if I tried to make it work, I know I couldn't make it work. I know myself.
And you grow as an individual, and it all just starts coming naturally to you.
Yeah.
Which is unreal.
And you can literally work as much or as little as you want. I feel the more time you put into this, the more you get out of it.
100%.
Yes, but there has been times where I haven't put that much into it just because of life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop giving.
Yeah, I had a baby and I still got a paycheck. And
Yeah.
I did nothing.
Right.
So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Where else?
But because you've worked to have a downline that does the work while you have this baby. You have to have people underneath you. It's not like you can just, I guess you could just have people who maybe do the monthly thing, but to make the real residual income, you need the real downline.
Do that.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's basically the business in a nutshell. If you guys have any questions, we'll leave our email address down below so that you can email us. We would also suggest that if you are looking to pursue the business and you're not already a member, get yourself a starter kit. It's what you're going to be out educating people about. It's what you're going to be sharing. So try the products. Make sure that you love it so that you can
Why can't they just try one oil? Why do they need to try 11?
authentically talk about how amazing it is. I know that we all fell in love with our kits. It's how pretty much every single person gets started. So we'll leave a link to purchase the starter kit down below in the description box as well. And make sure that you guys like this video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to follow us over on Instagram at. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, young living ladies. Ooh, I get to say bye to multiple ladies. I wanted to show you guys what I think is funny. This one comment that was left on the video. I'm interested in running my own business. How can I get the PSK, Pyramid Scheme Kit? Thanks. Oh, it's so good. It's so funny. I just thought that was funny. I don't know. It's crazy. The lingo is all the same. I don't like when they will make a point to say, like, I was struggling financially. Not saying she necessarily said that, but she did say she was couponing and budgeting, and she worked it into her daily, or weekly, monthly allowance, or not allowance, but budget. I think that puts out a negative mindset of like, I did it. I spent money that I technically didn't have, and I made it work. You guys can do that too. I'm not a fan of that. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things young living in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!